I sent a bunch of coins to get graded by PCGS and they just came back. Stay tuned so we could take a look together. Hey collectors, thanks for watching. I'm the collector of coins, and that's right, as I said in the intro, I sent out a bunch of coins to get graded by PCGS. They just came back, so we're gonna take a look together. What's interesting here is typically the coins inside are things that didn't grade. These are in special holders, and so we'll take a look at those separately. In the meantime, if you're not yet a subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel, and please remember to turn on post notifications. We will start with the coins that did not grade, starting with these. I think there are two that did not grade. Then we'll look at these interesting ones. You can see that the shape is not a traditional coin, and then we'll get to the rest of these. All right, so as I get a little more organized, I'll bring you back in one moment. Okay, so one of the things we're going to talk about is how well did I grade compared to the official grade that PCGS gave. We're going to start with the two that did not grade. I'm going to have to put the camera down to open this up. Okay, now the first one that did not grade is this gold double eagle, which I thought was just in terrific shape. I figured it might grade MS62. Unfortunately, PCGS has said it's cleaned, and I did not pick up the cleaning. I wonder what they saw. Either they may have seen micro scratches. Just the luster looks pretty original, so that's unfortunate. It's still a beautiful coin, still in really great shape. I want to get some other opinions. I'm not seeing anything that suggests that this has been cleaned, but I may be missing something. The other coin that came back unslabbed is this Liberty nickel, which I thought was just beautiful. I thought this might go for MS63. It also came back cleaned. This looks pretty original to me. Again, I'm not sure what they picked up. Clearly there was something about these two coins that they did not like. So they got body bagged. So I'll put these aside. The rest, however, did get graded, which I thought they would, which is great. I'll pull out the two interesting ones in 1 second. Okay, well, I just figured out why these two were packaged separately. Look at the thickness of this holder. That is like twice as thick as a regular holder. Clearly we sent out a Morgan. I'm not going to reveal the grade, but look at the width difference between the traditional and the one that they used for these elongated coins. So yes, I have two really cool elongated coins from 1893, which was the Columbian Exposition. If you're familiar with the Columbian commemorative, that was made to commemorate the World's Fair, which took place in 1893, the Columbian Exposition. So this was one of our first recognized elongated coins. You know those machines that you put in like a penny or a nickel, and then you pop in 2 quarters and you crank and it creates a new design that elongates the coin. Well, this is an early example of one from 1893. I have two here. One graded XF45. Really curious as to the criteria that was used. One graded MS61. This one was created by using a Indian cent. I don't know if you could see that, but that's an 1892 Indian penny. And so this was minted 1 year before the Exposition in 1893. It's quite possible that this might have been created in 1892 because the World's Fair, I think, was prepped in 1892 and then ran through 1893. I believe you can find the Columbian commemorative half dollars for both 1892 and 1893. I love the fact that you can tell this was still, the original coin was an Indian cent and the date. It's one of the reasons why I sent this out. To be honest, I think this is probably worth $150. At least that's what I'm going to attempt to sell it for. Maybe more. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think this is worth. You can even see some of the design elements, including the wreath, faintly on the reverse of this. I think this is just so cool. And then this one was made out of a nickel, and we could turn over the reverse here, and you could see that this is a Liberty nickel, and that one was minted in 1891. And so maybe the assumption here is, the grade is based on the average amount of time this was in circulation. You could tell that there's some discoloration, so it probably doesn't have any of the original mint luster, whereas this one still has luster, reflective surface, even though it's turned brown. Even see some of the original red luster underneath it. So again, I think these were really cool. I'm glad I sent them out. PCGS had an article about they started featuring these. I know that NGC, another grading company, certifies these as well. Population on both of these, 1. I have the first graded PCGS Columbian coins, Columbian Expo coins. And in this case, a cent and 5 cents, or a penny and a nickel. I'm not sure what the M&D references. I think they came up with 2 varieties, 2 and 2C. I'm going to do a little research separately. If I find out what these are, I'll put them in the description or in one of the comments. But please leave a comment on what do you think about these. I think these are amazing. All right. To be honest, I didn't know what these would grade for. This was a bit of a novelty, and I'm glad I sent them in. The others, however, I did take some educated assessments myself. I am trained. I have a certification from ANA. I'm by no means a professional, but we'll go over the other coins that we have, which are in here. We got about 8 of them, and I'll talk about what I assessed them to be and what they ended up. So keep watching. Give us a thumbs up. Here we go. All right, we're back. I put this one upside down. We're going to start with this one. 19040 that came back MS64. As you can see, some really nice toning. This graded higher than I thought it was. I thought the impairments on the neck would give it an MS63. That was my assumption. I thought this was just a beautiful coin. Glad I sent it in. Look at the original luster on it, and I think that toning on the obverse is really cool. No toning on the reverse. A great strike considering it came from New Orleans. They're known for weaker strike coins. So that is a great result. We have another 1904, which I thought was going to get an MS62. It got a 63. This, because of the scratch on the cheek, I felt that was likely be a 62 at best, maybe a 63. I purchased this as a 62. I purchased this as a 63. Glad that it came back pretty close. So this is a little bit of an upgrade. This one was pretty spot on. Again, I thought this was 62. This is 63. This ended up being a 63 and a 64. Kind of makes up for the next one. This one is an 18840 that graded MS62, and I believe I have 2 of them. Yes, and when I purchased them, I thought this was a 62, and I thought this was a 63. I'm not sure why they graded the same. This, to me, has fewer impairments than this one. But again, really glad for these results. At the end of the day, I thought 2 would be 62s and 2 would be 63s. The values are pretty much the same between these other than the grades. So all in all, slight improvement over what I thought I was going to get. Okay, well, we're going to move to the next one. As you can see, that's a Franklin half dollar. 1958D. I thought it was going to be MS64 full bell lines. It did not get the full bell lines designation. I'm a little disappointed. I thought this was really close. There's one section that I thought the line was a little light. I guess PCGS viewed that as not sufficient to get the full bell lines designation. All in all, beautiful blast white coin. Pleased that the grade was spot on with what I thought. A little disappointed about not getting the FBL designation. It does add value. Okay, let's go to the next coin. Yep, we got an Eisenhower dollar. I thought this was going to get an MS65. It came back MS66, which is what I was hoping. I graded a little conservatively. It is just beautiful coin. You know, if it was an MS67, it would be worth quite a bit more. You guys can take a look at the values on this. I'll put a link to PCGS price guide so you can take a look. Nice silver dollar. Pretty nice for the grade. Okay, well, all the coins that you've seen, I'm going to sell as a coin dealer. The next two, I'm going to keep in my personal collection because I like collecting gold. I thought this would grade MS62. It did spot on. Nice 1929 quarter gold eagle. The beautiful incused Indian design. Hey, if you haven't seen the higher lower game that talks about this design, I'll put a link. Check it out when you get a chance. It's a fun game that I am hosting with a bunch of dealers where we guess which coin has the higher or lower mintage. In the meantime, nice coin to add to my collection. Here's the other one I picked up. I thought it would grade AU58. This did grade AU58. There's slight wear on the cheek, which is why it did not get uncirculated. Any wear on the high points immediately knocks the coin out of uncirculated condition. Uncirculated without wear, basically looking for impairments. Those are the differences between the grades of MS61, 2, 3, and so on. Slight wear on the high points is what brings it down to an AU, and then you have to assess how much wear. That's called technical grading when you get below AU. Market grading when you're at AU or uncirculated. Great coin. Love to add this to my collection. I hope you enjoyed looking at the results from my submission to PCGS. Especially excited, as I said, about these two. A little disappointed that these graded. Oh, sorry for the glare. Let me pick these up. That these did not grade, that they came back cleaned. But you can't win them all, and at least send them in. I know that they are legitimate, certified as authentic, or at least not slab, but definitely not listed as a counterfeit. So with that, collectors, I just want to say thanks for watching. Good luck in all of your submissions. And as always, happy collecting.